Maybe. I'm not seeing any commenting things. I think we might not be as live as BeLive says we are. I'm seeing no one, nothing, and nobody. I think we're not really live. It says we're okay. Come on. Come on. Oh, 9 people. Hey, it looks like we are live. Look at that. Son of a biatch. Hey, all right. Craig Martelle coming to you live from the subarctic finally. And we have Michael Anderle here. Where are you coming to us from, Michael?
I'm coming from right outside Las Vegas, Nevada. My ears have been burning the last 5 minutes. Craig has already said his morning, afternoon, and evenings allotment of curse words.
Yeah, the BeLive, which is what we use to stream. We started 10 minutes late is all. And I did say a year's worth of profanity in those 15 minutes while trying to bring this program that I'm currently extremely unhappy with online. However, we're here. We're here. We have the admins sitting in the queue waiting, and we are here to celebrate 50,000 members. Michael, did you ever think that would happen?
No, dude. I mean, you've been there since the beginning and everything, and we were shocked. Remember back when it was 2,000 people, and we're like, how in the world? We're going to deal with 2,000 people, and 4, 6, 8 happened fairly quickly thereafter.
Yeah, and I remember when we hit 5,000, and there was a little turbulence of things being posted and stuff like that, and some drama. And I know I rallied with the other admins. I wasn't an admin at the time, but I hung out with. I mean, we were all tight. The people who'd come in right away, and we presented to you, can we cap it at 5,000, not take new members? And you said no. You said that's not the vision for this. It's everybody should be able to come and find a place where they can be at home, be with their tribe, and learn about the business of self-publishing. And with that simple vision, it's like, okay, we're not going to cap this. We're not going to control the conversation so much that new members they're cut out of the conversation, that they don't get to learn. Just like because the reason you started it was because you were a new author. And you didn't you didn't exactly get all the love as a new author when you're asking hard questions and looking for stuff to help you move forward.
I like the idea of getting any love. The reality was there was no respect, right? It was a situation where there was a lot of things going on. You didn't know who was out there. No one knew me necessarily either. So I mean, in hindsight, it's easier to see. But at that time, I definitely rocketed a lot higher, faster than most. So I was all of a sudden equal to or greater than some individuals who'd been doing it for 6 months, 3 years, whatever. And I didn't know anyone. I'm not very outgoing anyway. So, for 20 books to 50K, I'm like, fine, I'll just create my own group. There's probably a half a dozen of us who would appreciate a good discussion on the business side of things, and the fact that you didn't have to be someone, which is really kind of how I felt. I wasn't anyone. I'm like, fine, we'll go do whatever. Started out with 4 of my own fans. I created the group based on something that was going on in Cabo, which that house, oh my God, is actually going to be delivered here in the next 6 weeks. And
there we go.
There we go. And, so that's where it kind of started. Then you followed relatively after, when I kind of did the whole Martin Luther, nailing the document to the door over in another group, and said, fine, I've had it with this. I'm just going to go over here and we're going to talk business, and it's going to be a no drama location, and anyone can join that cares to and just audit if they want to.
And that's it. Peers. We're all peers. And that's something we had a hard time getting past, was the set of egos that were in the first group. And especially when you made 40 grand one month, you're like, hey, I just made 10,000 in 1 month. I made 40 grand in a month. And they were like, bullshit. They called you on it. And you're like, but really? No, it's uncouth to share how much you're making. Well, kind of, but not really. Because it's an establishment of a baseline from which we climb higher. And that's something you've done throughout your career as an author. And something else, it also shows people what's possible. It's not, hey, look at me. And that was never you. And I think that's the good thing about the group is it's not, hey, look at me. It's look at us. We're peers. And one thing we do in Vegas, which is a little bit unique compared to other places, is that we don't have all these streamers that hang off somebody's badge that say super special guest of honor, Lord Almighty of the written word, or any kind of discriminator besides your name on the badge. And hey, let's all go together. And some of the people, like you could say the top end producers, it's like, do you really need that? Because you're selling the books. Your name is known very well. Do you need all these extra floppy things on your badge? And what you found is a lot of people who had that stuff, you didn't know who they were. So it's not like it's this trophy doesn't help you. Selling books helps you. Because I remember I ran into Harry Turtledove at the conference in Woodland Hills. And it's like, hey, there he was, simple on a badge. It just said Harry Turtledove. And I mean, there was some stuff hanging off his badge, but you could see he probably didn't put that on there. And that's one thing that we bring with 20 books to 50K is here's Michael Anderle, a 7-figure author, and he's here with the rest of us and hops in, hops out. And it's not like, hey, look at me. It's what are you doing? Good job on that. Congratulations on that. Because we're all climbing our own mountains. Nobody has Michael Anderle's mountain except Michael. Nobody has mine except me. Nobody has other people. And we've got our admins waiting in the wings. We started late, so I kind of feel bad about that. Let's see. And what the admins are going to do is we're going to bring them up one by one, say a few kind words about why they're admins and why are they adminning, why they're donating their time to this group. And then giveaways. Each person we bring up will give something away or a multiple somethings. Who's first? Oh, let's see. First up, Patrick O'Donnell. Let's bring him into the screen.
Mr. O.
Oh, look at that. It's Patrick.
Well, hello. How are you guys doing?
Oh, and he's got a better microphone, too. I hate that. Damn it. Hello, everybody.
Where are you coming to us from, Patrick?
No, that's my natural voice. What are you talking about?
Where are you coming to us from, Patrick?
Waukesha, Wisconsin, about 30 miles west of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and an hour and a half north of Chicago.
Cool. Why are you adminning? Why are you donating your time to 20 books of 50K?
Well, I actually enjoy volunteering. It might sound corny, it might sound weird, whatever, but you get something out of it because you get a good feeling out of it. You know, just for selfish reasons, I guess. If you're having a bad day or a bad week or whatever, try helping somebody else out. I know that sounds corny, but the benefits are amazing. They really are, no matter what it is. And it doesn't have to be super huge. You know, I don't spend nearly enough time as a lot of the other admins. They do a lot of the heavy lifting. There's no doubt about it. But anytime it can help somebody with a question or whatever, hey, it's a great feeling, and I enjoy doing it.
Well, and you have your own group, Cops and Writers, to make sure that people who get input police type matters into their books get it right. And I've seen a lot of activity lately. You have a lot of people who are working on new plots, and that looks cool. So, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I have the podcast. Daily, people are asking me some kind of policey question, and I'm more than happy to help them out.
Yeah, cool. So you have a giveaway. What are you giving away today, Patrick?
Well, I have more than one giveaway, Craig.
Holy biggest dickus.
Yes. The Dave Chesson was kind enough to give us some publisher rockets. So Krishan Gandy, you are the first winner of a subscription to Publisher Rocket.
It's a great product, by the way.
What's that?
It's a great product, by the way.
I use it. It's fantastic.
And we have your information because you signed up. So Krishan and the other two winners of the Publisher Rocket, we will send your information to Dave Chesson, and he will send you your login information.
And we've got two more for Publisher Rocket. We got Kaylin Peyerk, Peyerk.
You failed to spell Anderle correctly there, buddy.
And Amy Bish. Amy Bish is also a big winner of Publisher Rocket.
Amy, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Kaylin, Congratulations, and Kristen, thank you for signing up, and hopefully you enjoy and get a lot out of your Publisher Rocket subscriptions, courtesy of Dave Chesson. Thank you, Dave.
I also have a blurb from Brian Meeks to give away.
Holy crap, you bogarting all the prizes.
I am, all the cool ones, that's for sure. Charles Tillman, our own Charles Tillman, he is a winner of a blurb from the amazing Brian Meeks.
Charles knocking out the blurb, which I'm sure LMBPN will benefit greatly from that. So that will be cool, because that's, I think Charles, I'm not sure if he has any books published outside of Akio's series.
Yeah, I think Akio is his first one, then he'll be doing Orosaren next.
Oh, way cool, way cool. Hey, thanks a lot, Patrick. We're gonna hide you now.
All right, thank you.
Bring other people in.
Take care,
Thank you for adminning. Thank you for adminning.
Thanks for having me.
All right, just me and Michael again. Michael.
Yes, because Patrick's back.
Hey, go away. Sorry, that might have been me. Michael, what kind of tidbit? Give one little piece of advice that you would give to a new author.
It can be done. I mean, I've seen a lot of comments related to it over the side, and one of the things that people who are part of this group are saying is thank you for not only instruction, but for giving them the gift of realizing it can be accomplished and that they can accomplish it. So it really is a situation there over the last 6 years, however many it's been. It's really an understanding of people who are willing to keep going and keep working it. I've spoken with someone just yesterday. He has done his own books. He's made up to 6 figures a year on it. It's been a rough couple of years for him. He worked with different individuals, but when he nailed one extra collaborator, it exploded. And for him, this is probably 7, 8 years that he's been in this business. So you really never know how long it's going to take. But as far as I can tell, if you're willing to learn and willing to perhaps change your own mentality a little bit, you can accomplish not only selling well, but selling well within the area of your own desire. Unless, of course, it's probably horticulture for Japanese bonsai trees, in which case I'm not really sure if I can help you there.
Sells big in Japan.
Yeah.
Just got to know your market, right? Okay, next up, I think, Mary, give me a head nod that you're okay? All right, there we go. Mary Mayweather, one of our admins as well. 2, 1. All right, there we go. There we go. Yeah, you always have to adjust.
There we are.
Thanks, Mary. Appreciate you coming in and adminning for us. Give us some kind words. Why do you admin?
Why do I admin? Because you know that story Lass always tells about the Edinburgh?
Oh, geez, I thought you were going to bring up the pink vibrator story, and thank God you didn't bring up that one.
No, the one where I met her in the hall and I gave her some advice on branding.
Oh, yes.
That was the first conversation I had with you in Austin. And so I have been echoing you for years, and people think that I'm brilliant. And
you are. You actually deliver. It's all in the delivery. I would like to
packaging. It's the I don't have the packaging.
Hey, Craig, can you put her name?
Oh, geez. Hang on.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, so when we tell you to go away, everybody knows who we said go away.
and so you have given or passed on like a world of information, and I've been a sponge. And so being an admin, I'm able to distribute it in other ways. And that's why I do it. And what I gain from it, more information.
That's cool. And it's a see, do, teach, right? As the learning cycle. You see it, and then you do it, and then you teach it. And by teaching it, and that's one thing, we all get better at something. I was still in the do stage when you met me in the Smarter Artist Summit in Austin, and you became the teacher, and now you are the master at that, and you have excelled in your genre. So congratulations.
Thank you. And
I think you might have a giveaway or 3.
Yes, I do. Okay. I have 4 actually, because one is SendFox.
Okay.
And that goes.
And what is SendFox? Are we telling people what these are? Or are we just giving them away?
Just throwing it out there. You got this. Woo! SendFox is a mailing service, and you have the proud recipient of this. will have the ability to email 5,000 readers as however many times they want for the rest of their lives. And yeah. And that would be Triana Pottinger. Triana.
Who do we got? Hang on just a second. We're bringing it up. Spelling. Sunfox. There we go. Trionna. Triana Pottinger.
Yes.
Thank you, Triana, for applying and putting in. Congratulations. Well done, Mary. And what else do you have?
I have 3, hold on, reader links. 3.
Oh, courtesy of John Logston, the reader links guru, and he's donated 3. A lot of our people use those. You set it up; it takes all of your revenue, not just Amazon. So this is a good piece of gear. So please carry on.
Okay, our first person will be Crystal Dernan.
Congratulations, Crystal.
And
I'll just sit over here.
okay. And the second one is Shonda Stafford. Yeah.
I need one of those little keyboards where I can just, clapping or yay or.
I know I can't see the comments, so I'm hoping people are going woo woo woo. And the last person is
cheering.
Zoe Burton.
Hey, Zoe Burton, thank you.
And there we go. Congratulations to our 4 winners.
Congratulations to everyone.
You, Craig and Michael.
Sure.
Very welcome.
Thank you for
Mary.
being on the team. We really appreciate it.
It can't be done without you guys.
Yeah. No, none of this. There we go.
That's for you.
All right. Thanks, Mary. Let's see. Who else we got coming on? One of the hardest questions that people don't think about is handling success. If you could, Michael, one thing, as you realize a certain level of success, what is the one thing you would caution people about doing?
Recognize that it is a gift that you have earned because you've worked to accomplish it, and then learning how to be humble in it. Because for a lot of us, individuals who are more in their shells, it's the first time to actually say, look at me, look at me, look at me, look what I've done. It's a very objective measurement. I can tell you what my sales are. I can tell you what my money is, but it's at that point where you realize, okay, now what are you going to do with it? So take a little bit of time to consider that, because right now with social media, you can't get back the words you wish you had not written before. That would be, my own. And It can go away, by the way. That genre you just wrote and became a bestseller in 6 months might not exist. Always be hungry.
I was talking with Kevin J. Anderson a couple days ago, and that's one thing that he brought up. Because people are like, Kevin J. Anderson, 23 million international books sold. So that's, those are massive numbers. And he said, yeah, everything you have today, you could not have tomorrow. He said, it's a sine wave. You're riding a wave now. He said, but expect that it's going to crash at some point. And how do you pick yourself up off that? So some great words of wisdom from Kevin. Yeah. Shepherd away. It's the ants and the grasshopper story. Make sure you're more of a grasshopper, more of an ant putting stuff away than a grasshopper just enjoying the fruits of your spoils today. Next up, we have Elaine Bateman, and we're going to click show and stream, and then it's
okay. Wait.
Seconds.
What's the hair color? Guess what the? Oh, you might already know.
I know because I can see, but everybody else, please answer real quick. What hair color do you think Elaine is sporting today?
Yes. I've seen her with all sorts of hair color. So actually, I have no idea it's been a few weeks since I've seen Elaine. And the answer is
Patrick. God damn, Patrick, what the hell are you doing? You're killing me, man.
Aquamarine. What are we rocking there, Elaine? Aquamarine. Anyone got Aquamarine? Blue's close. Facebook user Kimberly Blue. Some of you people might know her already.
Rainbow.
So Elaine, yeah, go ahead, Craig. Me. Yeah. Oh, you put her name up there this time. That's absolutely excellent.
I did. I was trying to click her name, and I got Patrick again. See, Patrick is an overachiever, and he was the first one in, so he will remain first in the queue. So I got to scroll over. So every time I try to click something, it clicks on Patrick, and he just reappears magically, like freaking Casper. So here we have Elaine. Why do you? We really appreciate you adminning. Appreciate you joining the LMBPN team with your Urban Fantasy series. Why are you on the 20 Books 50K team?
I joined when you had posted something along the lines of, well, we've only got so many admins, and I thought I could do that. I've got time, so that was why I did it to begin with, and really, the reason I continue, the main reason is because it's such a great team, and the admins are my friends now, so it's all good.
Well, thank you. Yeah, we're happy to have you on the team as well, because everybody needs mature British women to work with as their friends, also to keep them honest. Like Kate Pickford, she's way too busy to be an admin, but she's on the team definitely.
Big hearts.
And yeah, her words of wisdom usually come peppered much saltier than my words of wisdom regarding Be Live before we went live. So
I'm gonna have to see that to see if that's possible. So Craig, what's the typical average burnout time? Because I remember when you were making some of the requests and say, hey, because really honestly, admins burn out. It's not recompensed. It's often unappreciated. Not here, not saying that. I mean, 20 Books is a very appreciative group, but it really does come down to there's a lot of negativity sometimes because 20 Books to 50K has kicked out over 5,000 people. In order for it to stay the non-drama means there's a lot of drama that happens in the background. And oftentimes there are conversations in the admin area that says, what do we do about this? This one skirts the line. What is the intent here to the best of our ability? And that has had to grow over the last few years in wisdom and guidance and shepherding is to understand what to do. But people burn out. And so, I'm Craig, do you have an idea?
I originally, when we brought in the new crop of admins, it was like 12 to 15, because people were burning. 2 years was too long. So I said, hey, our intent is 1 year, and then you move on your merry way. And none of them wanted to leave after a year because, we keep it kind of fun. We have a pretty good time, but also we have enough admins that no one is carrying the full burden except Ann Lown, who is, and she does all the membership. So the 50,000 people, she probably put 48,000 of them in. And I think I checked 5169 blocked members this morning. So 10%, we blocked 10%. And yes, it's been less than 1 day since the last person was removed for self-promo. I mean, every single freaking day, somebody's like, hey, here, look at my book and buy my book. Here's a link.
There's only two rules, folks. At least there were in the beginning. I don't know how many are at the moment, but in the beginning, 2 freaking rules that were put in place.
Yep.
Don't try to sell your stuff. Don't be a jerk. We've had to mature some.
So Elaine has stuff to give away.
I have, and it's not just me who's giving it away. Anne Lown helped me come up with these names by throwing numbers at me. So I sincerely hope I don't James Blatch these names.
Ow. Oh.
He owes me 2 steak dinners anyway for his book, but that's a separate issue.
So these are copies of annual subscriptions of Indie Author Magazine, which is the new magazine, which is going to be launched on Monday on the 3rd of May. So yay.
Monday.
Yeah. Indie Author Magazine, very professional looking. You guys have done a great job with that.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm super proud to be part of it. So we've got Jennifer Brooks,
Jennifer Brooks, Indie Author Magazine, a 1-year subscription. Holy crap.
Sarah Morris Schultz.
Sarah Schultz.
Come on.
You can do it.
I'm just facing Elaine going, she's having difficulty with Brooks.
You can do it.
Yeah. Maya Wentz. So it could be Marja, but I suspect it's Maya.
I think it's Maya Wentz. There you go. 1-year subscription, Indie Author Magazine. And who is putting that out? Not the people. What's the company name called?
It's just Indie Author. It's just I Am.
Oh, okay. I Am Indie Author Magazine. What's the website?
indieauthormagazine.com.
Oh man, doesn't get any easier than that. How about that?
Easy, and it's from Monday. It will be available to download from Amazon, iTunes Store, App Store.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Are you going to do it in audio as well?
Who knows?
Everybody, if you submit a story, you have to narrate your story from within. All right, Elaine, we're going to move you on and pick up Jamie. Come on, Jamie.
Hi, guys.
Thanks a lot, Elaine. Thanks for everything you do for us.
It's been forever since I've seen Jamie. Bye-bye, Elaine.
Let's see, Jamie. There we go. Countdown. 3, 2, 1. Don't swear.
No swearing here. I'm good. Hey, guys.
Hey, Jamie. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing
great show today.
Indeed. Where are you coming to us from, Jamie? I forgot to ask other people.
I'm like halfway between Baltimore and Philly on the East Coast. So.
Baltimore, Philadelphia.
It's almost like
it's an hour in either direction. So.
It's almost like Maryland.
That's it.
Why do you admin, Jamie?
Well, I haven't gotten where I am in life by myself. I've realized that. I've started several businesses and I never did it alone. And this is no different. So it's incumbent upon me in my personal belief that I have to give back in some way. So being an admin here, helping out in any way I can with this, with the conference, with anything else I can do, just teaching people what I know and then trying to learn what they know. If sharing back and forth is what it's all about.
That's cool. And Jamie, for everybody's edification, Jamie is my deputy for the show, and my intent is eventually pretty much hand off all of the show to Jamie.
Jamie, are you aware of this? I mean, I realize you have no name there, but
oh man, you got to do that. You got to be that guy.
Hey, I just want to. I'm just mentioning what someone over here on the side said, Craig.
You're that guy.
I'm aware of his intentions.
His intentions, are they good? Are they okay? Do you need to be helped out to the car?
No, that's great. I appreciate that eventually, because this show is just so massive. Rallying the speakers. Last check this morning, I've got a spreadsheet up on a computer over here. I think we're at 140 different sessions.
Jimmy Christmas.
So we got a few more coming. We did lock down. Thanks, Jasmine Church. She jumped in and is going to do a presentation on TikTok because she is the current leader in making that work for authors, as well as doing a paranormal romance panel. And other speakers, we're gaining them quickly. So that's good, and I'm reaching out and for the people that to fill gaps in our collective knowledge, because that's what it's all about, right? Learn what you need to know and what you want to know to help you with your business, not train you to run our business, because that's not all we're doing. Is here's what worked for us, and you get to pick and choose that what might work for you. It's the way we run the show there.
There's just too many variables. There's too many variables to realize that there's one particular method of doing it. There isn't. Craig and I have done something. We talk all the time. I usually bug him almost daily, just randomly. Hey, Craig, how are you doing? Got nothing to say. I just thought I'd call you. So we're very familiar with what's going on with what each other do, but we can't mimic each other, even though there's all the insight in the world. I'm willing to tell him, like, this is what I do. And it's like, it doesn't work for him. His stuff doesn't work for me. And you would think that would be the way to make it happen. All we can do is promise to give you what we know. What happens to it, how you implement it could be better than us, I mean, I've told the story before where there's a husband and wife team that took the knowledge and their first month out was $67,000, killed what anything I'd ever done. Not to say there's any jealousy involved in that whatsoever, but just by sharing that knowledge. And then there are others who, they're happy to make $15 their first month. You don't know, but we do know that we've seen success after success happen when people stick with it and finally figure out how do they fit into the puzzle. What is it that finally works for them? And then you have individuals that quit early. It just isn't their cup of tea because it's not as glamorous as what they had hoped. And it's like, you dress up in coveralls and it looks like work, which it is.
Yeah. And solo work. It's just you. And if you waste time on Facebook, then you can get some stimulus there, but you're not getting your book written. And that's the challenge. When you're just writing the book, it's just you, your mind, and your fingers or your mouth as you're trying to memorialize your words in the computer so you can then manipulate them later to deliver what you're hoping for.
Yeah,
so
and I was talking just $15, by the way, Gwen, not 15,000.
Yeah, 15. In a month, I sold 50 copies of my first book, 53 copies, and I think 50 were to my dad. So we've improved since then. Although my dad did buy 4 more books yesterday. Thanks, Dad, because we were trying to get his Kindle loaded up. My brother was helping out. So yes, I told him to buy all of the books, just Martelle, buy all books, add all, and buy them now. I think Jamie has a few giveaways. What do you want to hook for, Jamie?
So I'm here to give away a gracious gift from Ryan Z. So shout out to Ryan for that. He's got a lifetime subscription to Plotter, which I use. It's an amazing tool that helps me keep my plot and my characters, my locations, my story straight. It's a wonderful tool. I love it, and that's why I picked it to be the thing I give away because I'm with just recently been using it. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who use it. I don't use it. I've tried plotting, and generally that only works for about the first 3 chapters. So I have dispensed with that and just made it regular writing time instead. So Plotter, who are our winners?
Our winners are Aridessa Gentian. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Selena Rifkin. And the final winner of the lifetime subscription to Plotter is Michael D'Souza. So congratulations. And again, a shout out to Ryan Z for that. And you guys are going to love it. It's wonderful.
And we will forward your name and your email address to Ryan. And then you should hear from him with your login information. So Aridessa, Selena, and Michael D'Souza. Thank you guys for signing up. And thanks, Jamie. We really appreciate everything you're doing for us. And especially for the show, too, running point on AV and the rooms and with the hotel and everything and the industry, running point on all of it, man. Thank you.
Thank you, Jamie, so much.
Take care.
Yep.
Actually.
Yeah, don't go away, Matt. Just go away and don't bring Patrick back. As much as we would like to have Patrick come back,
he's just a slip of the click away.
Who do we got next? It looks like Krishan is next. Krishan, you give me the thumbs up? You ready? Okay. Bringing her in. I have the power, and I'll try to even show her name. Hang on. There we go.
Hello, all. How are you?
How you doing, Krishan?
I'm doing well, and I'm well rested, and everything is fine. And we stopped. The Lord has stopped throwing ice balls out here in Austin, in the great state of Texas. So we are. I think my roof might live another year. Other than that, I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
Doing well. Just a shout out back to the past, self-publishing roundtable.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. It feels like forever since then. Look how we've grown. And look how many.
I prefer not to realize how much I've grown whenever I turn sideways in the mirror.
Oh, I don't want to talk about that. That COVID pounds has gotten a hold of me and don't want to let go. It's right around my waist.
I'm with you there too. But of course, all I can think about is my bacon buddy in Vegas.
Yes.
So me and Krishan, that the buffets open up today in Vegas.
Should I go and try one, Craig, and then go and call you up and go, Craig, this is.
You need to go check out the one at Bolly's and check out the bacon, crispy, not like limp and wiggly. You're not for that. Too much like
please
God.
be our tester and let me know, because I'm wondering. I'm hoping that it's good bacon.
And we will see you. I will see you in Houston in September.
Yes,
The
I
infamous
cannot
drive
wait.
across America.
Oh.
So thanks. Why have you joined 20 Books of 50K as one of the admin members?
Because I remember in 2016, mere days before I met Michael, and maybe 2 weeks before I met you, just feeling absolutely lost. I have this big dream that seems just so far away, and having no idea where to start, having no idea that I could actually do this, right? And I found my tribe. I found Mike, I found you, I found Martha, I found Mary. And from there, the steps just seemed manageable. And I wasn't alone in this pursuit. And when I sit up there in my tiny little voice, and yes, I do have one, saying, is this normal? Is this okay? And people are like, yes, girl, mood. I'm feeling that way too. And I want everyone who comes into 20 Books to know that this is a space where you can sit in there and ask what you think is a stupid question, which another 15,000 people are asking the same thing. I want you to know that your way into this is very personal and just as valid, because unlike you two, I went the auteur artistic route, doing things with merchandise and combining my art and going that path, which is valid. And I don't want anyone sitting up there telling someone, well, you need to do it this way. Nah, player, nah, blood. You do it the way it makes you happy. Do it the way it makes your money. Go mind the business that pays you, right? And it still astounds me how many people I'm able to help. And like a lot of people said before, you want to help yourself, help others. And I believe that, and you guys have championed that, and I want to back this play. Absolutely.
That's great. That's great. And also, Krishan is giving a couple presentations in Vegas, and one of them is world building with merchandising in mind.
Yes, because
merchandising.
Because we see all the big IPs, Harry Potter, Twilight, we see Marvel, they all got their merch. Why can't we? And why must it be defined to just t-shirts, mugs, keychains, and bookmarks? Why can't you have enamel pins? Why can't you sit there and have a flash drive with your entire library loaded up on it? Which is coming to my house and available to you. And I'm sorry, I'm about to get banned for some promo.
Put that checkbook away. There's
first admin kicked off.
But seriously, why can't you have those things? You can if someone guides you. And so that's what I'm hoping to help folks to have that dream of having that figurine of one of their characters. I'm trying to help you how to build the world so you can actually do it. And maybe a few steps on how to physically, practically, step by step, get from idea to actual product, because there's a kind of alchemy and magic behind. This isn't my brand. This is something else.
I'm just saying that one of the comments is admin herself.
Yes. Yes, I did, Cassidy. And that happens a lot more than you think. But there's an alchemy that comes from having an idea in your head in 2 months, having it in front of you, right?
And talking about alchemy, I have the complete collection of Krishan produced bath bombs on my dining room table, and I don't take baths, so
she doesn't take showers either. But that's irrelevant to this discussion.
Hey now.
Yeah, we're live. Oh, Annalise, if you pop on, we're live now. She's our backup for StreamYard, and we had some issues with Be Live initially. She's just trying to call me. We appreciate what you're doing, Krishan, and now to celebrate. I think you have something to give away.
I've got a bunch of stuff.
All right, rock on.
I came with a glut of things. The first thing is a WordPress website, initial setup, and your theme, which is every writer needs a website. How can they find you if you don't have a website? And for that one, Yep. And that one is going to KJ Waters.
There we go.
Congratulations, KJ.
Always
And that's
upstage,
Lucy,
pro folks.
and one of our admins, Lucy Batani, she donated that. She used to build websites for about 20 years before she got into writing, and she's in Australia, so that's a little out of sorts time wise. So she wasn't able to join us today. But that's it. Thanks, Krishan, for donating.
No, I have.
for Lucy donating that one and covering for her. And you have a few more.
Yes, I do. You scared me there for a minute. The next
Bogarting.
thing is, yes, a little bit. The next thing is a K-Lytics lifetime membership, courtesy of Alex Newton. My goodness, friends, if you are sitting up there trying to figure out how to dial into your genre and what to write, and not only what's hot, but what is also over time going to produce for you, this is the service for you. Absolutely. I go in because I write monster hunting books and I write cozy mysteries. And I am always going and looking at his reports, seeing what's good, seeing what's on the horizon. And if you're serious about your career long-term and you want to kind of make sure that you're always adjusting, because this industry is about adjusting always, this is the one right here for you. And for that, Stephanie Kopinski, congratulations.
That's Stephanie. That is a $2,000 value. So understand that. Yeah, K-Lytics. These research that Alex does into the genres and stuff, those don't come easily. So pretty significant. Thank you, Alex, for donating that. We appreciate it, and good luck, Stephanie. Let us know how it works for you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and you've got more. You get like the total Bogart.
Yes, I absolutely came in and bogarted, and then I started sitting there asking folks, "Hey, you gonna be up that early? Need some help?" And so, and this one I'm really excited about. This one, $500 worth of services from Reezy, courtesy of our friend, a dear friend of 20 books, Ricardo Fayette, Spanish Jesus.
Thank you, Ricardo. Thank you for donating that.
Ricardo.
We appreciate it.
It's good to see
$500 worth of services. Yeah. Anything you might need, whether it might be a cover or editing or other elements. There's a lot of different services that Reezy provides.
I sure hope he never cuts off his hair and stuff, and I won't recognize him.
I don't think he will. He can't do that.
No, he'll lose his strength. He has to keep it. All right, then. For that, congratulations, Vic Tapscott.
All right, Victor Tapscott. Thanks, Vic. Vic Tapscott. There you go.
All right, then. And we were talking about this earlier, and that's why I saved the best for last. There is actually a class, Merchandising for Authors, put together by my friends Shel Honecker and Alex Briggs. And this is, once again, for those who have that dream and want to make it reality, this is the class for you, starting very beginner level. But if you want to upgrade your skills, it does ramp up very quickly. And I'm so proud to be able to offer this. We have 3 slots for this. The first one, and we're going to hold the applause until all the names are read. The first one is Sarah Warren.
That would be you. You would have to do it.
Yes, Sarah Warren.
Right then. Mariana Rose. And then Matt Harmon. Congratulations.
There we are. And the crowd goes wild. We
Yes,
got
it does.
Sarah Warren, Mariana Rose, and Matt Harmon. Merchandise for Authors class. That is courtesy of some good people who have put that together. Shelley Honecker and Alice Briggs, along with some other folks. And I think the test bedding of it has already gone very, very well. And that should open. You know when that'll open?
I do not. I should have asked because I usually do my research, but I do know it's coming soon because not only that, they are also the Avenica, which is the Juggalette team behind Indie Author Magazine. So they're kind of busy. So
yeah, I thought it was almost ready to go live, like any day now, kind of.
I believe you're right. I just didn't confirm.
Maybe it's May 3rd, Monday, when I am. Hey, so just out of curiosity, Krishan, you keep teasing. Your ears are not showing. There we go.
There they are.
I
just got this big old turban on.
Yeah. I inadvertently mentioned that I thought they were. I just called them something else, little kitty ears, and she
Yes.
corrected me and said, "No, these are fox ears."
Fox ears. Interesting. On that note, we'll see you in September, Krishan. And moving on, we have Kevin McLaughlin next. But first, Michael and I actually have a giveaway.
If he's giving me something to tell people, I'm screwed.
Yeah, Michael doesn't have the spreadsheet in front of him, but I do. I have it like beside me. A complete set of signed successful indie author books anywhere in the world. The winner of that one is...
And that could actually cost quite a bit of money.
I did that for Scotland. It cost me $108 to ship those 5 books to Scotland, and they were £4. Jennifer Glenn, congratulations. We have your address on file. We will
Is it inside the United States or outside?
And thank you. I actually don't know. I need to look her up on the spreadsheet and her application just to make sure. Hopefully the United States. Come on, Jennifer, live in the United States.
It's going to be Australia. Snake
nothing
eyes.
Personal to anybody else except my pocketbook. And then next, conference fee. We're going to donate 2 conference fees to 2 people. If you're already going to the conference, we actually removed you from eligibility for this. This is to give somebody else a chance to come to the conference you might not have otherwise. So we have Kayleen Hamblin. If you want to go, let us know. And if you don't, you can select somebody else. And this is something that goes for all the prizes. If you want a prize and you already have it, or it's not going to work for you, then please, we suggest and invite you to offer somebody else, hopefully a member of 20 books to 50K, to get that prize. So we're putting the pressure on you. And next for the conference fee, David Gunther. So, and what I did for these prizes was the people who gave us their addresses, I just looked for within a certain radius, not too far, so they can drive, they can get themselves to Vegas without like picking somebody from Germany. I mean, hey, we love to have you at the show, but it could be really, really hard and expensive for you to come. So that's worth $300 for the conference fee. But if you can get yourself there and you can find some place to stay, you're welcome to join us and enjoy the show on Michael and us. Kayleen Hamblin and David Gunther. So thank you guys. Yeah, don't ask me. I send that stuff to Lynn.
I was going to say, we all send that stuff to Lynn. I give her such shit if she's typing too fast and she makes a mistake in the typing. I am right on that. Editing. Lynn.
Yeah, get somebody to review your shit. Come on. Hey. All right, Kevin, bringing you up. Countdown, 3, 2, 1. Let me bring your name up there.
Mr. McLaughlin.
There we are. Kevin, thanks for joining us live from Boston, I believe.
Good to see everybody. Yep, Boston, Massachusetts.
You do not look like you've gained the COVID-20, dude.
I've actually been losing weight again.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's what it looks like.
Liz and I are running every day. That's helping.
Good deal. Well, way to take care of yourself. What's the temperatures like there in Boston?
Well,
I'd be running right by the Italian,
right
sorry.
It's kind of chilly.
64?
It's 54. Highs in the 60s, lows in the 40s for the most part.
Oh, that's not bad.
Not bad.
That's nice and pleasant. That's about what it is here, for Pete's sake.
That's really actually pretty much my ideal living temperature.
Yeah, nice and cool here. So, Kevin, why did you join us on the admin team?
When you knew so much better not to.
When you knew, as Army, you knew not to volunteer.
Craig snuck up behind me and with a big club in his hand, and he hit me over the head with it several times, and then dragged me off into a dark.
Very Marine of him.
Honestly, a lot of what other people have said is similar for me. When I started off writing, it'll be 10 years this August when I first published my first book. And it will be 4 years in about 2 weeks since I quit my day job to go to the Nebula convention and become a full-time writer. So what happened in the middle of that time frame was 20 books. I had made over $1,000 literally 1 month ever before 20 books started. And then Michael went and made his cute little post to Keyboards. And I was like, oh, I want that. So I hopped in. I was one of the second string people right after Craig's group. And that boost helped me get from making a few $100s a month to making my first 1,000 and then my first 2,000. And you know, I've never been under 4 figures a month since. And that was thanks to the advice from Michael and from Scott Paul, and from a lot of other great people who helped me get my start. So yeah, do I want to help back? Yeah. Do I want to give back? Yes, absolutely. And that's the main thing, is that now that I'm doing decently, it's my turn to help teach other people.
Yeah, massive shout out to Scott Paul, who unfortunately passed away. He was the first admin of the group, and did it for a couple years before he left to focus on his business. And that was some other big admins we had, May Sage as well, focus on their business. And that's why I really wanted to shepherd people's time to make sure that they didn't burn out. I didn't want people to be so overwhelmed with the group that they couldn't continue with their own business. And that's because we all have our own businesses to run. So great to have you on board. Thanks. When we tapped you on the shoulder, you jumped into the ring instead of running away like other people.
And by tapped on the shoulder, we do mean we kind of tied him up and dragged him this way.
Come on, Kevin. We're gonna make you.
You want to do this, don't you? Save me! Oh, shut him up. He's just playing.
We're gonna make you this. It's okay, right? So I think you have a giveaway or 3.
I have 3. They're all for the same thing.
Okay.
And honestly, this is for a year of BookFunnel. Damon's BookFunnel service is one that I've been subscribed to pretty much since he started it. I find it incredibly valuable for my business day to day. I would happily have taken the year myself, but it's a great service. It's really valuable, and it adds a lot to my business. I think it'll help out the people who won these awards today. So our first
and something in addition is, and I just found this out last week, which it's like, hey, I just learned this now, that with your annual subscription for BookFunnel, you actually can upload and sell audio directly at no additional cost. BookFunnel does not take a cut. So I priced my latest nonfiction book at $2.99 for the audio, and I get all of it, minus the PayPal fees. Simple as that. It's really ridiculous. So you can do a full-length novel and price it for $7.99, and you keep all of it.
I've been looking at using BookFunnel to do short story reader magnets of audio, because then I can drag people into
short story. Reader magnet.
Read it into audio. Put it up on BookFunnel for free.
Yes, for
free. Let people download it, and then at the end of it, say, "Hey, you should check out the rest of this series over at Audible or wherever you buy your audiobooks from."
I actually have a list builder, an audiobook that's, because you could do 90 minutes on the free side, and I have one that's like 87 minutes. And just, hey, you can get this book, a 10,000 word book for free. Just give me your email. So I've used that to build my audio list. So I have a unique audio list built on people who downloaded that audio. Makes it really cool.
That's a really smart move. But I tell people all the time, new writers who are just starting off, like I pick up like 300 or 400 new subscribers on my email list every month on BookFunnel with very little effort. It's a great way to get going, especially for newer writers. So hopefully these folks can get some really good use out of the service.
So winners. We have some winners.
Our winners. Our first winner is Carrie Allen.
Carrie Allen. Karri. Carrie. Thank you.
Karri Allen. So congratulations, and good luck using this thing. Second winner is Poppy Williams. And the third one is Kevin O'Brien.
Congratulations to all of them. Yeah, I mean, I've used the servers for 4 years now, so we really do support, and I've had the opportunity to meet with Damon a lot of times, and he is an incredibly, just a great guy. And then if you've ever heard him speak and read somebody else's stuff, or Mark Dawson, you realize he has a bit of a tongue-in-cheek humor to him as well himself.
And yes, he does.
Yeah, Damon is also given
service is outstanding.
I'm a big fan of BookFunnel. And Damon is giving a speech, giving a talk at 20 Books Vegas on using reader magnets to build your list. And it's not a promotion of Book Funnel. It's the mindset of a reader magnet and how that works to add people into your list or bring people into your brand. So good stuff. And I think I even have Kevin up for, let me see, I've got it on another screen here. I think Kevin is up for
being voluntold.
We're gonna announce live. Let's see, what do I have you for? The 5 pillars of indie publishing. Pretty much I copied over last year's to this year. So 5 pillars of indie publishing given by Kevin McLaughlin in Vegas.
Oh, that'll be fun. That'll be fun. That'll be a really fun.
Kevin's like, that's gonna be fun.
That's news to me, but cool.
I was prepped for this year, so now I'm going to have a whole extra year to prepare. It's going to be a great lecture. It's going to be awesome.
But because of 2020, it's like 4 pillars now. Because keep the world from self-destructing was the 5th pillar.
We'll add another.
So thanks, Kevin.
All right, congratulations. Thanks to both of you for getting this thing going and running it. You both rock.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thanks for being part of the team, man. We appreciate it.
Hey, just something that I wanted to kind of mention out there to everyone. I was asking Craig this before the tirade of F-bombs that Craig had this morning.
It was a tirade.
It was. We've seen in LMBPM, we've seen a sharp and dramatic drop in the last 2 days. And so I was asking Craig about it. And then I realized, wait a minute, the world is opening a lot, like friggin' Vegas now is 80% available, and there's so many other things that are going on. So I'm thinking that perhaps there's a situation where people are just getting out. A lot of things are opening up. So we're going to see kind of a volatile time in readership, as well as there was a whole relationship related to the cost per click that I've been working with the marketing team until I realized, like, wait a minute, I had noticed something in Jane Friedman's hot sheet about the fact that the trad companies were still spending a lot of money. In fact, more money than they spent the year before. Then I realized, wait a minute, they're not being able to put slot fees and other things into stores, which means all of that money is going online, which is what's probably, quote, quote, hashtag probably, elevating our cost per clicks a great deal. So just some food for thought in the middle of this celebration.
And that's why it always comes back to building your own list, which is insulated from those kinds of costs. Because when you build your fans, they're yours. You don't have to go out and find fans. You don't have to go out and say, buy my book. Yes, there's a certain amount of marketing and advertising, I think, that needs to be done, but it's so much easier. You have such a stronger foundation with your own fans. So I'm a new advocate of that. Next up, we have Erica Everest. Give us a thumbs up, Erica. Show you're ready. You've been here. You popped in and out. I think internet. So coming. Let me. Oh, what the hell? Show in stream.
My name went away. I shouldn't perhaps harass them too much. Here's Erica.
There's Erica. Yeah, more fat finger. I'm surprised we didn't see Patrick again. Where are you coming to us from, Erica?
From Dublin, Ireland.
Superb.
So
Thanks.
5 o'clock here, just gone. Great to be here with both of you.
Our team over there between the UK and Ireland keep us, let's say, straight when it comes to time zones. Because, of course, I use the only time zone that matters, which is Alaska. And everybody else.
Him and the 7 Moose. Or they niece.
Confuses everybody else. So Erica and Elaine usually jump in and say, here's what it means in English. So
in the Queen's English. Wait a minute, we don't do that.
Why did you join us, Erica? You joined us as an admin before you published your first book.
You're a lot more intelligent than doing that. So we're really kind of curious about this.
You should know better.
So I was going to blame you, Michael, but really I should blame T.S. Paul because I read his books. From his books, I found your books. From your author notes, I found 20 books. And I joined 4 years ago. So I've been in the group as a member for 4 years now. And then a year and a half ago, just before October, before the 2019 conference, myself and Fatima, you reached out to us, Craig, and said, would you be interested in being an admin? I'm like, yes, let me help. So I joined.
So he asks you,
why?
He clubs Kevin.
Because I love this group.
Clubs Kevin.
And you love it. Why? What is it about the group?
Well, in fairness, Kevin had more to It's a community. It's more than that. It is this incredibly positive space where, you know, no question is stupid. Yes, some questions have been asked before, and there's resources already there to answer them now. As admins, I understand the need to say search before asking. That's because it's already there. And if we have the same question coming up in the feed every day, no one's going to see the new good questions. But every question can be answered. And if there's a question, even if it's basic, it's like, oh, we've never actually addressed that before. Well, let's get it out there. Let's get the hive mind of 50,000 people sharing their collective knowledge. And there are people here, and I ran the author survey that we did for the start of the year. We have 100 people from that survey, which is only like 1,500 people. 100 of them are earning more than 100,000 a year. And I'm like, wow, we have some incredible firepower in this group. And they are just as willing to share as the people who are starting out. And the people who are starting out are finding, well, actually, I've learned something. It's a little trick and, oh, it's not that important. But maybe if I share it, and there's somebody else who maybe is much further on revenue-wise, but saying, that's unlocking something that I was spending too much time on, and now there's a better way. And I love that community, that nobody is too lofty to get advice, and no one is too junior to give advice. If you know what you're talking about, caveat with probably, because we can only share what we know. But if we know it, then it's ours to share, and it's for everyone else to pick and choose whether it applies to them. And I love that attitude.
Well, and the standard is we're not giving advice. We're just saying, here's how I did that particular thing and how it worked for me, which is, it's not anybody trying to teach, but that example teaches. So it's just people saying, hey, here's what worked for me. Here's what I did. Some of the threads, hey, can you tell me, should I publish or not? Come on, man, that's not what we're doing here. It is, I published and here's how it worked for me. And a lot of people see the support in that. And also there's no threat, because you take what advice you want, as opposed to, hey, let's run a poll. Yes, should I publish? No, I shouldn't. And then, okay, 51%. I guess it's yes. I mean, no, that's not how we're going to run our businesses, for Pete's sake. As if there are better ways, intentionality and those kinds of things for you to run your business most efficiently. You see that 100 people making over 100,000 on that small sample of a survey. In Vegas, with the numbers, we have, I think, a dozen 7-figure authors. We have 230 right now 6-figure authors coming to Vegas alone. So this is, and you look at that, and you look at the some of the sessions that I put up there, and it's like, oh, these look like basic sessions, but it's not really, because they could take any level and they'll answer your questions, because we'll have a microphone and people will come up and ask questions. And so everybody will get a chance to add bricks to their foundation or jump higher off that foundation. And it starts in here with the folks who are members of 20 Books of 50K, all 50,000 of them. So don't self-promo. Otherwise, we'll be at $49,999 again.
Really? We're 50, 40, 50, 40.
I think 50. The other interesting area.
Yeah,
sorry.
And I don't care.
The other interesting side of that is that 25% of that survey hadn't published.
Yeah, that's right.
25% of that survey have yet to publish their first book. And they're here learning. I was in another group, and I mentioned, that I'd been in this group for 3 years and I hadn't published yet. And they're like, oh, well, you're wasting your time then. I'm like, no, I've actually learned all the things. I changed my launch strategy. I changed what I was writing based on the advice from this book. I wrote a series rather than a standalone. I'm not the fastest writer. I've got a job, a family. This is not going to be my full-time career anytime soon. So I gave it what time I could, and I appreciate it would take longer. But I built a reader group. I built a newsletter. By the time I was ready to launch, I had people ready to buy. And that was based on the knowledge from this group of, here's how you can set yourself up for success. So I took that time while I was writing to learn the business. And there are many other people here too who are in that position. So don't ever let anyone tell you if you haven't published, you're not an author. If you are here and doing the work and putting together your business plan, most businesses don't turn a profit in the first year.
Right.
So you're putting in the work now, and your work is not necessarily a financial investment, but it's a huge investment of your time and your soul into getting your product ready for market. You are a business person and you are here doing the work. So don't let anyone make you feel that you're somehow lesser. There will be experiences you don't have because you haven't gone through them yet, but you can learn from others and work out what's best for you and build a better plan because of that. And I think there are so many groups, professional groups, where they're like you have to have published, and actually you have to have the minimum sales threshold as well. So we know you're really serious about publishing before we'll let you in the door. And here there's no sort of barrier like that. I find a very inclusive place. So that's why I love being here and why I'm working to help perpetuate that for a new generation of authors who keep finding us.
You bet. Treating everybody the same. You're all here. You're all looking at authoring, and it doesn't matter if you want to be a full-time author or not. That's irrelevant. It's your journey as a professional author. You're here because it's the business. So if you want to sell your books at all, if you just want to give all your books away, this isn't the group for you. That's a different group. This group is about realizing the value of your words, that your words do have a monetary value that you can then use. Maybe you only want to go out to eat once a month, and that's all the money you're looking for. Fine. It's your journey, it's your goal, it's your destination. So accept that, and we accept you.
Mine is I want to be able to pay for the flights to Vegas each year.
That's good to go. I think you have some giveaways. Oops, let me bring up my spreadsheet. So what do you have?
But I'm now in the awkward position that I don't get to say great things because it's actually my book.
I'll
say great things.
I read it. It's a good piece of gear for MailerLite users as well as
I've lost sound a second.
Any user. So, come on, Erica. You've got us. You can hear us. It's the complete guide to MailerLite.
And so let me ask you a real quick question, Erica. Why MailerLite? What did you find about MailerLite that was relevant for you as an author publisher?
So quite frankly, when you're trying to pick a mailing program, there's a lot of choices and there are more coming all the time. We had SendFox earlier. MailChimp is very popular for a while, then it changed its structure. People aren't so sure. You hear about Sendinblue or something else is coming along, or have you heard about this new one? But ultimately you just have to pick one and start. How I chose was I called up an author friend and say, what do you use? What do you recommend? And he says, I use MailerLite and it's going well. And I'm looking at it saying, well, the first 1,000 subscribers are free, so it's not costing me anything to try this. I'm not going to be signing up for $50 a month and it could go terribly wrong. So I said, I'll give it a go. Mm-hmm. Then, having read Newsletter Ninja by Tammy Labraki, amazing book for anybody who doesn't think a newsletter is worthwhile, read that book. It changed my mind about, I really should make this happen. But then I want to try and implement the advice, and I found that conceptually I knew what to do. Practically, how to link things together, that wasn't clear to me. I eventually worked it out, having realized that I had, snarled up the system somewhat and tagged people in the wrong places and not actually tagged a whole group of people at all, dropped a section over here and lost some subscribers along the way. So having learned all the lessons to finally get my MailerLite working the way I wanted, I thought, let me share that with others so that they don't have to go through all that. But what does that mean in practice? So that was what this book was about. It's like filled with screenshots of, so here's how you log into MailerLite. Here's the next page. This is how you start an automation sequence. Here's how you write an email.
Excellent. And so who do we have as winners today?
That's what I wanted to make it happen as a step-by-step workbook to help you get your things set up. So we
No.
Right. Multiple tabs open, as always.
All right, you're
Okay.
back. Read them fast.
Our first winner is Maureen Flynn, Scott Daniel, and Julianne Martin Rodriguez.
All right, you all have
However,
won
I'd like to do something else
an
just for the
ebook
people
copy
who are
of
here
Mailer
today.
Lite.
And that is...
Go ahead.
Yes. But I've got something else for today, which is I have a link to 20 more copies for first come, first serve for the people here on this call. So if anybody else would like to download from BookFunnel, because I also love that program, I've just put it into the chat. There is a code for...
I'll be right back, folks.
20
1
copies
second.
of
Hold on.
BookFunnel.
Click, click, click. Stop. God dang it. Stop creating. It's going up on me.
It's gone.
So,
Son of a bitch.
There we go. And Tammy Lebrecht also talked, because I can't stop talking about Vegas, will be speaking in Vegas, both basic and
anyway,
advanced newsletter
if you have any
technique.
questions on MailerLite, always happy to answer.
Superb. Thanks a lot, Erica.
Thank you.
We're going to hide Erica here. And we've got another prize, and I think we have, let's see, Chris is here. So we'll bring Chris up in a moment, and yeah, but you're gone. that'll teach you to have your internet break up on us. The Michael and I are giving away in Vegas for those some people who are attending. We're doing an Ask Us Anything closed door session.
So what the idea behind this one is, there will be an NDA signed before you come in, because there are definitely some things that we're going to share. Could be for any reasons that we don't want it shared out. It just doesn't matter. It's just going to be a safe place to ask questions and get answers. So it is a closed door session. So
it's a closed door
some
session,
value
yeah.
for people.
The also, and because we don't know what we'll talk about, we're actually going to ask for an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, so we can be frank and be comfortable that our frank words don't escape, because we may be talking about stuff we're doing in the future that we don't necessarily want to be made public yet. I mean, yeah, we're pretty open and transparent with our stuff, but this one, this is Ask Us Anything. So Michael and I will put that session. We'll do an invite only, and those winners are.
Yeah, I have no idea about that pink something story there, folks. I have no idea what that is. You're gonna have to get Craig to flesh that one out.
That wasn't me. I wasn't even there that day. Alethea Morgan, Vicky Smith, C.T. O'Leary, Bree Lockhart, Monique Buchiger, Gwen Creel Erickson, Rachel O'Leary, Jackie Jewett, Drew Strickland, and Sam Linton. Those 10 people in a private closed-door session with Michael and me. Ask Us Anything. And that'll be in Vegas. We'll send you an invite. We have your emails. And you all showed as attending Vegas. So we will see you there to talk about anything you want to talk about for 45 minutes. So thank you. And we will publish these names as well, so people aren't surprised by, hey, what's this mean? What did I win? It's Alethea Morgan, Vicky Smith, C.T. O'Leary, Bree Lockhart, Monique Buchiger, Gwen Creel Erickson, Rachel O'Leary, Jackie Jewett, Drew Strickland, and Sam Linton. And let me mark all these off as green. And I know Erica was on the hook to give away a prescription for, what do we have hanging here? Alice. We had one thing left, Atticus from Dave Chesson. So Chris, if you want to give that one away, we'd appreciate it. Chris Patterson coming up next. Show and stream. Let's see if we can. It's Patrick. Oh no, sorry.
We're gonna get a T-shirt for $20. It's Patrick.
Chris, welcome.
Hi, Hi. This is so much fun. You guys are so wonderful for doing this.
Well, thank you. Where are you coming to us from?
I'm in Austin, Texas, which
Hail.
is actually where I met most of you guys, where I found out about 20 books. There used to be a conference here. Michael talked at it. I know you were here, Craig. I met many of the admins at it. A lot of great industry connections. And I got sent over 20 books when it was still a baby. So that's
Define
how I
baby.
came. Well, it was a big fat baby, but it was still young.
It was a beautifully pudgy baby.
Yes, it was perfect.
Goodness.
All babies are beautiful. But this year, I was extremely flattered. Well, last year, technically. It's all still 2020 to me now. But I got very lucky, and you guys asked me to be a moderator. And I can't tell you how heartfelt that was to me. It was a huge acknowledgement of the time that I've been putting in and trying to make a career out of this while also running a business that is extremely labor and time intensive. I've been running for 30 years, and I've got to transition into my next career. So this was really a very nice nod. This is a huge and welcoming community, and just absolutely love it.
Your 30-year career, that does not have to do with the author business, though, right?
No. I run a landscaping company, and in Austin, that is very hectic. Everything grows here a lot.
Yeah.
So we don't have snow, Craig, except for that one time when it shut the entire state down. So,
I mean, that one time just a few weeks ago?
We never have snow except when we do, and then it sucks.
Then everything's bigger in Texas. Yes. But through
Except Alaska.
through that other conference, and through being able to watch the streams for you guys, I've gotten to both meet Dave Chesson and watch a lot of his talks, and I'm extremely excited that I get to give away Atticus. This is his new program, which is like Scrivener and Google Docs and all sorts of programs had a baby, speaking of big fat babies. And I'm so excited about this launch. And I'm kind of jealous because Desiree Palmer is getting it for free. I am going to have to pay for it.
Atticus, and that's when it comes out. It's actually not out yet. We were hoping it would be out now, but it's not out yet. We'll send Dave your name and an email, and then he'll send you your login information when it does go live. And thanks, Dave, for donating that.
Yeah, and he's wonderful. If you can go back through on the 20 Books YouTube page and look through his presentations that he's done at Vegas, they're so worth it. I've learned so much, both in person from meeting him and from watching the streams. It just abundance of information. Great guy.
And these are folks, when I didn't really, because we don't have sponsors, so I didn't really want to go out and try to find people to give prizes. And I know we suggested some people, and I said no, because I looked at who came to 20 Books Vegas 2017 and who's been supporting us for all that time and who have an established product, an established relationship with the industry, with us, indie authors. And Dave Chesson was right at the top. He came, no questions asked, to 20 Books Vegas 2017. Same with Damon Courtney. Same with a number of the other individuals, Brian Meeks, Brian Cohen. They just came, and it's like, hey, it's $100, but it's going to cost you and everything else. And we're not doing vendors. You don't get to sell anything. And they still came and still supported us with their experience and their wisdom and just knowledge, because we were still fairly new back then. So thank you very much for giving that away. Chris, thank you for joining us. I know you came in early before we had the debacle and during my verbal tirade, and I saw you disappear. I'm surprised Mary stayed with us during that, carpet bombing of
if
Eli.
I could, just for 1 second, I would like to acknowledge Ira and all of the other people who do the live stream for Vegas, because I'll tell you what, I could not get away for the first few conferences, and they just really made it so incredible for the rest of us. I really want to thank you. I know you guys have done so much, and they've done so much to make this happen.
It's a huge amount of people that are oftentimes behind the scenes, and while we certainly desire to get the screen time, it is what it is, right? And sometimes we just don't take the time, perhaps, mentally think about it for everything. Since I'm always at the conferences, I don't know about what happens for people who aren't there, and I haven't been told, quite frankly. Only because you just mentioned it, Chris, I hadn't thought about. Well, actually, I haven't asked people who've done it. I know it happens, but I don't hear the stories. Do you, Craig?
What's that?
Hear the stories of the people who get supported just by the videos that are. Okay.
I get a lot of that, and that's why I am hard over on we're going to do the video each time, and we're trying to improve it. Like this year, it's $105,000 to do the live streaming this year, and that's for people who aren't paying for the conference. That's everybody who's going is supplementing that cost a little bit out of their conference fee to pay that for those who aren't there. So this is us. That's the indies supporting indies. This is everybody gets to share in the knowledge, the experience. At the conference, you do get to network, but the presentations, and like I said earlier, 150, we're shooting for about 200 presentations and panels. And those will, almost all of them will be live streamed, because some of them will be in smaller rooms, and we'll have to ask people to live stream it with their phone if they can. But the main rooms are going to have professional recordings, just like we had in Sam's Town Live in 2019. Those were very, very high end. You could hear everything.
They get better every year. Seriously.
And this year, the main event room, gold and silver, will all have professional recording teams. And that's the bulk of the cost of those three rooms. So I have to make sure that we get the good presentations, those that will be the most impactful. And then bronze will be Ira and his team. Will be in the 4 bronze rooms. And then some of the other numbered breakout rooms, it's going to be somebody with a phone, but those rooms are very small. So somebody with a phone can sit right up front. And we've had some success with that in the past. So
in the beginning, a lot of it was that way. And it was still really usable. It was good content.
2017 was 100% with an iPhone.
Yeah.
That was
I
Louis.
watched most all of it. It was great.
Yeah, that was Louis Carr. Did a great job. Had one iPhone, had an iPad with Facebook, so he was responding to comments while it was live. And this is for our virtual attendees coming this year. It's going to be similar. We'll be able to live stream the Facebook comments so people can ask. And we've been on for a little over an hour and hour and 20 minutes. So thanks, Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
Appreciate you coming in. Appreciate you being an admin for us. And
my pleasure.
Bye. It's a hard world here. It's a hard world that we run. But here we are. It's 50,000 members. I'd have never thought in 100 years that this group would grow to that level and continue growing. We're growing at 250, 300 new members a week. And it's not because we've lessened our requirements to get into the group. They're still the exact same. It's just word of mouth. Anybody who is an author, they'll say, hey, you should probably go over here because you might find something that's useful. And I think one of the telling statistics is over 30,000 of our 50,000 members are active. That when Facebook says, here's your statistics, it's just 30,000 active members.
Hey, Craig, there was a question on here related to any opportunities for people with disabilities at the show.
Oh, the back row, the show is all on one floor, unlike Sam's, which you had to go 4s, and it was really difficult to move back and forth. We own the entire convention center of Bally's for that week. It's all on one floor, so if you have a scooter or a walker or any kind of mobility challenges, you'll be able to get around. It's so much easier and quicker. One floor, and all interconnected.
And Bally's is a big hotel, so they actually have some facilities as well, just to be clear.
Yeah, everything's ramped. Everything is ramped. You can get where you need to go with limited challenges to a scooter. And then We'll have tables like we've had in past shows, tables at the back row of each of the presentation rooms that people who have challenges that need a table, you can grab one of those spots. So we accommodate, we're doing our best to accommodate everyone no matter what your challenge is. And we ask that it's not like, no, I have a big sign that I get to use a table. We ask everybody to be kind about it. If there's space, hey, grab it. But if there isn't, or it's like you're in a bus and somebody, a person who's 90 years old is standing holding onto the rail, give them your seat. And that's what happens at 20 Books Vegas. It's that helping others mentality really perpetuates. So those seats at the tables in the back of each room, that's for those folks who need them, who need a table, can't sit free in a chair. It's a conference for everyone. So helping people with either mobility challenges or engagement challenges, like it's overwhelming to sit in a big crowd of people. You can stand along the back. We'll have chairs spread out. Maybe sit at a table, a place where you can get a little bit of distance. And we'll go with whatever rules are for Vegas in November regarding mass distancing and all of that stuff.
Well, we're 100% open June 1st.
Yeah, so that's why I don't think it's going to be an issue. And also, we're going to have 2,500 people in that main event center, and you can't do that if you have 6 feet in between. But some people may not want to be right in the middle of those crowds. It'll be a crowd.
Yeah. So but the main room seats how many approximately? If it were set up, it's about 5,000.
Yeah, I think 5,000. It's. I think
you're going to have space. That's what I guess where I'm getting at. We're not going to have 5,000 people there.
We'll have extra aisles, and there's going to be a lot of space in back, and we're going to put extra tables in back as well of the main event center. So there's going to be room. You're not going to be just a face wedged into a massive crowd of people. No, we know how authors are. You like your space, we'll give you some space.
There's a question: is it possible to come last minute to the Vegas convention?
This year, yes. Previous years, it wasn't because we sold out every year. This year, because we do have that expandability, we can go to 2,500. We currently have 1,600. I think we're going to get a lot more once there's a huge convention going in Vegas in June, and it's going to be the biggest in-person show. Concrete. It's the Concrete Show, which it's a lot of people. So if that goes off and it's not, it gets positive press, you're going to see more of those, and we're already locked in for 2021 and 2022. So we'll be good if everything goes like it's supposed to, and they're taking their precautions. Then it'll be good. We'll be fine.
Yeah. So Craig, really, it's been just kind of closing this out at 50,000. I couldn't have done it without you. You took over the group, took over as admin. That's not my personality to be able to do anything like that. And you and I have had some times when we've had to deal with people who wanted 20 Books to 50K to be something they wanted it to be. And the reality is we've been steadfast, and this is a group to help others. We're not here for political or societal issues. And there has been a lot of ashes and coal heaped on the top level of 20 Books because of that attitude. And it is because of that attitude that a lot of people feel like it's a safe place.
We stay focused on the business of being a self-published author, and that's, I think, the easiest way. Here's what the business of being a self-published author and what that means for your business. So as fellow business owners, this is the focus we maintain. So yes, you can get a ticket at the last minute. I wouldn't. I would try to get it ahead of time, but if you don't know until the last minute, this year is going to be unique in that we will make new signups pretty much until the last minute.
Absolutely. Congratulations, everyone. 50,000 people.
Yeah, 50,000 members and growing. I don't see any barriers to how big it'll get.
What's our number? What's our legit number right now?
It's probably over 50,000 because Anne, I saw her commenting, so she's been on. So she's probably approving people as we go.
Unless, of course, you're kicking them back out.
Yeah, I could launch.
To click $49.99.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. We'll keep going. And since now Be Live is back up, tomorrow I'll be back with the 199th episode of the 5 Minute Focus. That seems to be a popular thing. I've got those, and we'll keep those rolling as long as we keep thinking about stuff to talk about for 5 minutes. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Congratulations to all the winners. We'll publish a list. And
congratulations and thanks to the donors.
Thank you all.
Bye.